What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Joel Friday TV podcast. I am Joel Friday. Bienvenido. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week. You guys know what to do. Do me a favor. We are live on YouTube and Instagram. Hit that like button. Smack it. Lay the smack down on a like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and the message out. Do it now. Help a brother out. As you guys also know, it is a talk show, so at any point during the show, you can call in by calling 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773, and we could talk about whatever you want. And if for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still have a question or comment, you can, or you want to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV. The link is in the description, or go directly to the super chat, live chat in the YouTube area. Hit the super chat button. Send your question or comments there. I'll read them live on air. Much appreciated. And I'll read them as they come in. You know what I mean? So you do have that option if you can't call in. Amazing stuff. I think I'm all caught up on super chats. We got some callers calling in already. Callers, I will get to you in a second. I'd like to hear from some folks. So, man, let's get right into it. Shout out to the YouTube chat, the live chat on YouTube, the Snake Pit. Shout out to Snake Pit. Shout out to the mod squad, my moderators holding it down in the YouTube live chat. Shout out to IG as well. IG folks, the Lions Den on IG chat. Shout out. What's up, y'all? Amazing stuff. Terry Strange with a super chat out the gate. If you got it, flaunt it. Haters can stay mad. That's right. Come on, baby. Terry's referring to somebody made a super chat, I think, about my shirt being open. I didn't hear it on the JLP show, but I guess my shirt was open and you could see like my stomach or my chest or something. That's what I'm saying. Hit them weights, fellas. Nah, I'm just playing. Law, Zenny coming here. Be modest. Be modest. You're right, Zenny. You're right. But anyway, shout out Terry. Thank you, Terry Strange. Hake said modesty is for women. Man, I got some clips to play for you guys. We got a show today. You know what I mean? We got a show today. I got some clips. You guys see the title, A Real Woman. We're gonna get into it. As you guys know, that's not very Christian of you, Joel. Listen, don't be mad. Don't be mad that a brother hitting the gym. Could a brother look fit on camera? What's wrong with it? Don't hate the player. Hate the gym. Nah, because I want to hear what Joel says, not what I was speaking. It's weird it's cutting off links when I post them. Oh, no. Amazing stuff. So, Lily Gaddis, I think that's how you say her name. I think Hake talked about her a little bit. Some callers talked about it as well. And I wanted to talk about her. See, I know nothing about this girl other than the clips that I've seen of her, right? And the clips I've seen allow me to make give my opinion, right? And I want to give my opinion on the Lily Gaddis situation that's going on right now in the social media. And I have some interesting takes that I believe that are interesting that I want to talk about. And I want to break up a point that nobody's even actually talked about, and it's my biggest concern, not concern, but my biggest form of interest. It's something that people are not talking about what she said, that I want to get into. So let's get into it. Let's see here. So this is from TMZ. Lily Gaddis, who posted under her name something, had 45,000 plus followers on TikTok, and has also been fired from her job as she is going viral across social media, upsetting many for using the N-word in a rant on her TikTok, and now is subject to much hate by the Black community and others because of it. So there's this clip of her explaining what she said, why people are so mad. And I'm going to play that. It's about 2 minutes long or so bear with me. But make sure you pay attention so we can break down exactly what she says. Really quick, before we get into that, Lin Yan Chin, with a generous donation, says, trust no mouth breather. All extra confusion while pretending nobody can see them sheltering from truth via backstabbing those they pretend to understand. Lord Goodhair is a rare exception as he tries to be sapient, not pure hype, chase, or LARP. All vague extra confusion while pretending nobody can see them sheltering from truth via backstabbing those they pretend to understand. I agree with that. Lord Goodhair is rare exception as he tries to be sapient and not pure hype, chase, or LARP. Right on, Lin Yan Chin. I think I kind of understand what you're saying. I don't know if you want to translate it in the chat some more so I can understand it more, but I think I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Being fair-minded, not being biased, not having a bias, and not turning on those you say that you stand with. And if that's what you're saying, I appreciate it, Lin Yan Chin. Thanks for the donation. But anyway, right on. They say he's speaking Blackanese. That's hilarious. So let's get to the clip. Lily Gaddis. Here we go.
Okay, this time I have a beef with the male community. I give my criticisms to all because we are all about equity and inclusion here, right? So I'm sick and tired of all girls getting blamed, or like guys, certain guys, thinking that all girls are gold diggers. I don't know if it's because you get your information from those street interviews in like Miami at 3 a.m. outside of a nightclub. You're getting the opinion of some dumb whores and immigrants fresh off the boat looking for a green card. Yes, they are probably gold diggers, but that's the exception. I'm the rule. Everybody I know who's married right now, they're married to broke ass and they don't care. We don't give a about your money. I couldn't care less about your money, okay? My type is broke mechanics and surfer hippie dudes who just want to live in a shack and surf and have babies. All I ask of a man is that you're competent, you're not a if somebody broke into our house at 3 a.m., you would know how to grab a gun and shoot them. That's pretty much all we ask. Like, that's pretty much like all girls I know. I don't know one girl who's a gold digger. So stop throwing us all under the bus as if we're all gold diggers, because we don't give I don't give a about your money. My dating history consists of all broke guys. I actually don't even like rich guys. They have an attitude. They're spoiled brats. They don't know anything about real life. I was raised on a farm with 4 brothers, so I can't deal with the bullshit. I don't like I hate So stop with the gold digger. Stop.
Incredible stuff. A real woman. I don't really know her, right? But based outside of the ladies in the Bond chat, in the Bond network, JLP network, and the ladies who come to Bond and listen to the shows, outside of them, I never heard a woman be so based. Be so legit in my entire life. And I don't even know if you guys understand what I mean. Because it's not about her saying the N-word, right? You know, I'm not mad at that at all, right? I don't think that we got to be out here, you know, for the sake of being able to say what you want. You go out and you start crazy trolling people. But I'm not mad at it. And here's the thing. The people are mad at her saying the N-word. Like the black community, all kinds of people. She got fired. But here's the thing. She wasn't even referring to black people. She said broke AN, referring to all guys. That had nothing to do with black people. She said that she's dated broke ANs. And she wasn't talking about black people. She was talking about guys in general. And that's what people are mad at. It's stupid. Stupidest thing I ever heard in my life, that people are getting mad about this stuff. Fired her from her job, trolling her in her comments, hate messages, like just insane. Dumb people. But that's not my interest. Why I love this lady so much is not because of that. It's the fact that she seems to really understand and be grounded in the idea of, she said it herself, she said, I like broke people. I like broke guys. And she's not alluding to a poor man who can't take care of nothing. That's not what she's saying. That's not the point she's making. She's saying she's not into money. You know what I mean? This is my topic of interest. I'm sorry if you guys thought you guys wanted me to talk about the N-word thing. I'm sorry. I ain't got nothing else to say about that other than that it's stupid. Why people get mad is dumb. That's not my topic of interest. What I'm interested in is the fact that where do you hear outside of the Bond ladies anybody talking about who cares about money? I want a broke man who we can have family and raise the children, right? What's important is important, and that's why I love what she's saying. And I love this lady. But I need me a lady like that. And because today I realized that girls are into all kinds of things. Money, cars, houses, fine dining, fancy things. And I'm not saying those things aren't nice in the right moments, but they're not important, right? And what I realized is that it's not that these girls are just wild and crazy, even though some tend to be. It's that I realize they just don't know love. They don't know real love. And that's why they want all these other things, these money. And I've been, came across many ladies that felt this way. Not necessarily that I've dated, but just people that I've come across. And they are into the worldly status of things. And then I'll argue with them, and then I got to pull back and be like, you know what? That's just what they believe. Because they're so stuck in the idea that these things bring value. Well, what am I going to do if, how am I supposed to trust to follow a man if I can't trust that he'll provide for our family? You don't need to trust that he'll provide for your family financially. You need to trust that he's following God. You need to trust that he's following God. All you need to know is that your husband or future husband is somebody who knows God and his heart is set on following God. That's all you need to concern yourself about. You don't need to worry about how the money's going to come in. You don't need to know about what type of job he has. You don't need to know about, is he going to? No. All you need to know is that his eyes are set on doing the right thing, following God. That's it. Because that's all that matters. Because you have to be able to what if you lose all that stuff? What if all that stuff is gone? Right? Then now you're like, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? But if you have a good husband, a good man, and you're following a good man, child of God, he's going to be led to get that stuff, those things back, or be led to still be able to lead his family to where his family still is peaceful and at peace and have no worries. You know what I mean? That's what's important to me. So when this lady is up on here talking about she dates broke men, I love that. I love that. Date more broke men. Because it doesn't mean that they're can provide. It doesn't mean that they won't provide. It means that that's not important. Your mind, your spirit, your heart is important. And I'll be saying that and people will be looking at me like I'm crazy. So amen to Lily Gaddis, a real woman. And she said she was raised on a farm with 4 brothers. So she understands masculinity. She understands what it is to have a father, have men around her. She's grounded. And usually the people who, say these other things are into all these other things is because they don't have a father around. And you don't want to blame them and you don't want to judge them, right? But you also want to know it's because they don't know what real love is, what real love means. So they think that they go chase all these other things, cars and houses. And I understand, I used to chase those things, cars and houses and things, because it brings a feel good. And that's the closest thing they have to what love might feel like. But it's not true. So, real woman, Lily Gaddis. Oh, I got more to play. I got carried away. What the? She said she don't even like a rich man. How could you not? She don't even like a rich man. I never heard that. Terry's disagreeing. She said, real dumb. Now, she may have other videos where she's talking crazy. I don't know. I'm just talking about what she said in this moment, these two clips. Let me get to the second clip. This is Lily. This is from TMZ as well. Lily says, here's where Lily posts a video of her responding to the hate she's receiving about her viral TikTok video. Here we go.
So a recent video of mine seems to have upset members of a certain community, and all the backlash just really made me, just really do a deep dive, like do a soul search. And after all that, I still couldn't find a care.
I'm like super hyping her up. But listen, it's so refreshing to see that kind of stuff. Like, listen, you saying that I'm racist? Listen, guess what? I don't care. I got fired from my job. You got me fired from my job. Listen, I still don't care. And I'll say it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that type of energy because it's like you're just standing firm on what you believe. Whether you're right or wrong, you're standing firm on what you believe. I love that stuff. Raised by a father, raised by parents and brothers on a farm. And I'm not saying that's the ideal thing. Everybody should be raised raised on a farm. But it helps. So, man, I love that girl. I was going to do something else, but I forgot what I was going to do. I'm going to get to the callers right now. Callers, I'm going to get to you right now. There are lines open. 888-775-3773. Get in now. So we'll have some time to talk about the subject at hand if you want to get into it. You know what I mean? But who cares about the stupid N-word, y'all? Who cares about that? Be respectful in everything that you do, right? No matter what word it is, you don't want to walk around and just be out of character. But no, you know what? Let people just say what the heck they want to say. It's so insane to even have to have this conversation. But Lily, right on, girl. Okay, let's see the chats. Let's see anybody saying anything on IG. Whoa, what happened to? Linnea Chen says, thank you for reading thoroughly my scrawled message and never forget that God breathed life into your toes that twinkle in the wind while you prance next to the white and Japanese baby engineers. Right on, Linnea Chen. I need a translator sometimes, but right on. Appreciate it, Linnea Chen. Zenny said, me and Joel are gonna dance battle for Lily's white love. Look, somebody gotta grab her. Somebody gotta wife her up. Oh man. Okay, let me get to some calls. C-South said, sorry for the soft N-word drop earlier, Joel. Is it on my channel or was it on James? I don't even really care. I don't even care about that kind of stuff. But I guess for the sake of the channel, we probably should watch it. You know. We probably should watch it. But no, I don't care about that stuff, C-South. C-South pretty base too, so she probably did it with no care in the world either. What's up, my? You know what I'm saying? C-South says, with a super chat, says, finding a good wife is as rare as finding a ruby on the floor. Bible-ish. I don't know what that last part means. But finding a good wife is just where finding a ruby on the floor. You know, that's not talked about as well. But I agree. I think that good wives exist. I think that it doesn't have to be you constantly like watching your back because she might be stabbing you in it. I don't believe that, and I don't. If that's the case, I don't want one then. I don't want to have to worry about one just constantly judging me. If that's the case, I don't want it. I don't want it. There ain't no more left, and I don't want one. But I do believe that there's some that they just understand. I'm not saying they perfect. That understand. And I know there's a lot of bond women that understand. But I'm just saying, some that just understand. I know they're out there and they exist. They were raised by decent fathers, or they're overcoming, working on themselves. And it's possible. So. Kale says, when has anyone you know found a ruby on the floor, Joel? Chris, with a super chat, sends me a cup of coffee. Right on, Chris. Appreciate it. And thanks as well for the super chats, he sell. Right on. Okay. Let's go to 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. Let's go to Leo out of Texas. Leo, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Joel. How are you?
How's it going, Leo?
Pretty good.
Nice.
So when you had dropped that with Lily, at first I was judging. I'm working on myself, man. I was like, man, but then I saw your point. And you're like, I ain't saying she's flawless, but I'm saying the point behind this, because immediately I was like, a woman with a sailor mouth? Yuck.
A woman with a what?
And I can't, with a sailor mouth.
Oh, a sailor mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't support it. Like when guys be sending me videos of like women who so-called get it, and then they be like tattooed on the face and nose piercings. I'd be like, bro, I'm not hearing this from her. Like, I'm not trying to fit my narrative.
Yeah.
Like, she's not an example.
Yeah, I typically
You know
don't.
what I mean?
I typically don't like the foul-mouthed ladies, but I also like realness. So if that comes up every once in a while, I'm not against it. You know what I mean? But, you know, you should, as a lady, know how to conduct yourself in the right moments and not have like a sailor mouth. So I do agree. To that. But go ahead.
But you convinced me. You made me a believer. I was like, you know, he's right about her. And then fist bump to Lily.
Right on. And what exactly do you agree with?
I agree with her standing on business. She stood on that men with the money thing. She's not saying like men with money are the devil, but she's essentially saying that sorry about that. What she's essentially saying is that she notices a lot of ego from those men, and that she's not prioritizing money, just like you said.
Yeah. Exactly.
And she's prioritizing the things that mattered, the simple things that a man should be about, protecting. Yeah. And she's not saying that he can't be a provider. She never said that.
Exactly.
She never said that, so I agree with that part.
And you know what's interesting too is that people. Oh, go ahead. You're about to say?
No, go ahead. I want to stay on this one before I move on.
Yeah. So the interesting thing, there's probably people who are going to criticize her for saying broke men and rich, and nobody's seeing the insight to that. Like you just said, is that like she didn't say that she wants a broke person, right? It's not about that. It's about like she just, from what it seems like, wants to live a regular life, a real life, and not this glamour and glitter and all these things that can come. And it doesn't mean, also, I take it to also not mean that you can't have money and have a lot of money, and that be wrong. No, I don't even think she's not saying that either. I think it's just more about being real and having a real normal life and not this life that's into all these weird things. You know what I mean? That are too important to people.
And then her second video response in the regular shirt, just standing on business, was like, that right there really did it. I was like, wow.
Yeah. No,
wow.
I hope that it gives people, other ladies, more courage to think for themselves, but also to get away from all this mess.
And I experienced that as well. My closing statements on that subject would be, I experienced that in my last relationship. She was just kind of like, well, we stopped going out and stuff, and doing things, and I'm just like, yeah, we got your dad, and I'm like, like, value the person, don't value, the lifestyle. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
you had something
I wanted
about
to tell you about my date yesterday. It was interesting. She was white. She was pretty cool. But she paid for the date, by the way. She spent a whole $9. She didn't tip the person at the counter either.
She spent a whole $9? Where'd you guys go?
Coffee shop.
Oh, okay,
Coffee shop.
Nice.
Yeah, she bought it. Maybe she said that, you know what, I don't want this guy to get any of the ideas. I'm gonna pay for it.
Nice.
Who knows? But I think where we disconnected in the conversation is, Joel, I'm not one to take it slow. I want to know right off the bat where your head is at. I don't want to waste my time nor my money. So I basically,
No, go ahead.
So I basically just, asked her, what are, what, I guess where it deterred was in the conversations about, what am I after in life? What's next for me? What are my goals? And I said, you know what? I'm trying to accomplish something big in life, and it ain't money, it ain't a house, it ain't, being the best in the world at anything. It's the me on the inside. I really want to become a child of God, and that's really it. And everything else. If it's in God's will, so be it. But I wasn't trying to. Normally, I would talk about, man, I'm trying to be something, and I think that's what we do as men, to try to get the woman. And finally, for the first time in my life, I was content with just saying, really, that's just on my heart. I just want to, deal with these emotions that they don't show, but they're inside of me. So, and she was looking at it like that, and she was like, wait, you're saying you shouldn't be emotional? If they don't get it, that conversation goes crazy. It's like Jesus. She mentioned the Jesus wept, and God was angry, and I just let her do it.
Yeah,
I didn't even battle her on it, and I was like, just asking the basic questions, so you thought when he flipped the table, it was an emotional thing? You thought he was uncontrolled? And blah, blah, blah. So he sinned when he did it. I thought Jesus didn't sin because they make it sound like he was uncontrollable, like he can't do something. I said, so I just brought a simple example. If I shoot a person that entered my home, did I do that out of emotions, or did I do it simply out of, that I'm in my right and my boundary to protect my family? There was no emotion behind it. But if I go up to the man and empty a clip in his head, God knows my heart. He knows I was probably showing off for my wife or something like that, to say, hey, you never come in my house again, with ego. So she just didn't get it. And a long story short, we just that deterred us. And I told her, I was like, yo, just want to be a friend in the faith, and we'll get together every once in a while.
I think you ruined that, Leo.
I did. I totally did.
What I think, in my opinion, is that you're not wrong in the things that you were saying, but that's not a first date conversation, and I don't think also that you should. This is just my opinion. I don't think also that you should be telling. You should be trying to get to the root of the information so you don't waste time. I don't think that's a good tactic either, because you want things to happen naturally and you don't want to be digging for things. For one, she may tell you that she wants to obey, or she believes in God, or all the right things, but it doesn't mean that her character reflects that. And you won't find that out until over time you get to know the person, you see what they're really about. So, I don't know if you should go on dates with the intention of trying to figure something out, because what you're doing is now you're testing your dates. And then when they don't pass the test, you're judging them and you're not getting to know them. And you could be potentially shooting your own self in the foot and meeting somebody, a nice girl. So I don't think that was a good idea.
It's knowing the real them, Joel. It's that's really all I care about. Is I want to know who they are up front, and I don't want to know your representative.
Well, then
I totally agree.
Well, then you gotta let that happen over time. You can't ask all the right questions, because that doesn't mean that, for one, they're even going to give you the right answer. They may not even really even know, but they may also lie, because everybody on first dates puts their best foot forward and don't always tell the whole truth. You know what I mean? So you want to let over time, keep it light. This is what I always say: keep it light, have fun, laugh a little bit, and just see it where that goes. Those other conversations will come up in time, but they'll come up in the proper way. So I don't think you got to rush to find that stuff out.
Oh, that ain't rushing, but I think that anybody who doesn't do it like that, because we brought up the conversation of obey too, and the reason why I'm gonna do that is because, and then we just disagree on this.
Right.
And,
fair enough.
My best friend even said this. He was like, because he's kind of in like your boat, where he says, but he actually ended up agreeing with me, because I said, you're going to catch more hell from the woman, because me, I can pretty much state what I'm about. If she likes me, Joel, if she really likes what I'm about, my character, my morale,
she don't know you though. She don't know you though.
Regardless.
But go ahead.
She doesn't. But that is a part of knowing me, is knowing that I believe in that hierarchy.
But that doesn't mean anything. And I stand
firm on that.
It doesn't mean anything, because that's just your word, right? That your word means nothing, and your actions actually don't mean anything either. It's your character that shine the real light. So the thing is, she can sit up there and be like, "Wow, this man looks so good on paper," but if you say anything, and then she's gonna have an idea about you. Oh, this man is such a good man. He's such a good man. And when something bad happens or a disagreement, then she's judging you based off of this impression that you gave. So that's why I'm not big, super, and I've learned this from experience in my past situation. For me, it may be different for you. You may want to live your life differently. But for me, I realized that I did too much talking, too much preaching, too much all this stuff, instead of just letting a natural flow happen. Keep it light. Keep the first few days light, and just be regular, because people say a bunch of stuff that don't matter anyway, and she doesn't know your character. She don't know who you are, so it's pointless to even say it.
As Hank will say, I disavow, man.
Well, fair enough.
That is a long road of suffering.
But why
when you
though?
Don't put it on the table.
Why though? But has that been working?
It's new. It's new for me, and I guess you're saying you tried it, and you wouldn't recommend that.
I just say let it just because you're not supposed to be, and it's hard for us because we've been taught.
You want to know if you're right or not, Joel? You want to know if you're right or not? Is Terry agreeing with you? I don't know, because I'm not looking at the chat. If the women agree with you, Joel, you gotta be wrong.
Listen, Terry is a mod in my chat, so you better be careful.
She don't know who I am in the chat. No, she knows.
No, but I will say this is that Yeah, we've been taught for so long to like have these expectations of the people that we're dating, but in actuality, we should really just be in this should just be a person you're getting to know, a friend. It doesn't mean because right, what you're saying is that asking these questions is that you're looking for a potential wife. Why not just look for a friend? Why not just get to know somebody and just keep it friendly, and then if that doesn't work out, doesn't mean now like, oh, she's not wifey anymore. No, maybe you just develop this connection and just see where that goes, opposed to trying to tally off what makes a good wife or not. You know what I mean? Why not just date to just like, be cool and keep it light and, and see where the friendship goes. And then if you end up actually liking her more than that, because nobody really knows each other in the beginning anyway, probably for a while, then you can be like, oh, okay, I can see where this goes. But if it's just straight off the bat, she did, that's not wifey material, that's not wifey material, you ain't never gonna find it, in my opinion.
That's interesting because if we as men are looking at a woman in a particular way, like we're looking at her, vetting her to watch her actions to see if they fall in line with what she's saying, right?
Right.
But we have every intent of knowing we like the woman, but we're not sharing it because we're just keeping it. And to some sense now, I think that that's kind of being disingenuous. I rather tell her my intentions with her right off the bat and let her know that, hey, I'm going to vet you over the next year to see if you are who you say you are and see if we connect and vibe. Just enjoy each other, take this slow.
Yeah.
But this is my intentions. That's how I get down. I don't know if it's going to work. I'll let you know in a year. but that's how I prefer it. And if I'm wrong, that's why I'm saying it, because I'm going to look back at the chat and see what they think. And
just do what you believe is what you see to believe in. Yeah, just learn from the situation. I could be wrong on some things too. I'm just saying what tends to have not worked for me and what I think has worked. But yeah, this, know for yourself, of course. But keep me updated, let me know, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again.
I've been spamming that video, by the way, in my chats online. So I'm glad you did a video on this, Lily. Girl, good topic, Joel.
Right on,
good
Leo.
Topic.
I appreciate it,
All
man.
Right, man.
Call me again, man. All
right. Later.
Yeah. I think a whole year is a mess of an oven. I totally understand what he's saying. And, there's really no right and wrong way. I mean, there's a way that I don't want to make it confusing and weird, so I won't get into that. But, I like, what I've found is anytime that I've told somebody I liked them, it changed the dynamic, right? It got weird because now it's like the mind switches into girlfriend, boyfriend mode instead of like, we're cool. You know what I mean? And every time somebody told me flat out they liked me, I was always turned off. Reason being is because like you didn't give me a chance to even decide if I like you, but now you're telling me you like me. It's like dropping a bomb. You know what I mean? It's like, wait. I don't know if you know what I mean? What I recommend and what I do in my life is that two people just kind of fill each other out, right? There's no titles to it. There's no nothing. And you may be flirting a little bit to where it seems like something, but there's still no like legitimacy or confirmation on anything. That way you guys can kind of meet at the middle, right? Where instead of you going all the way here, you going all the way here, like you just kind of meet at the middle because you're feeling each other out and all this stuff. But there's no like titles that are put there. So nobody's really tied to each other. And you're just kind of just filling it out. And that way, when it does meet, you guys both know that you know that you know that you know. And there's no, is he talking here and there? Does he have multiple this? Does he have multiple that? No. Because you never pressured him or her to not be seeing other people. You never pressured them to like you or to say, I love you. All these things, it just happens. I like that better because it's freedom and people will be with you because they want to be with you. So let it just be known without it being known. Am I making sense? Or am I just talking mess? You know what I'm saying? Kel says, Joel, that will work till she tells you she's going on a date with Zach. See, that's the thing, though, too. Don't tell me, and this is not... I guess this is in a perfect world, the things I'm talking about, right? Because emotions and feelings and all these things that happen in the moment have you doing and thinking otherwise. But ideally... she don't have to tell me that she wants to see Zach, and I don't have to tell her that I want to see Rachel. We just go see if we want to go see, because we never told each other that we were exclusive. We never said that, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, so you better not cheat. You better not do this. No, you're not married. You date to see who you like and who you want to be with and who you're interested in. That's why all these titles, besides marriage, is like tricky. Because now you think you own each other and you ain't married. Now somebody cheated. Now how do you cheat on somebody you ain't married? That's why if she want to go see Zach, she should have the freedom to go see Zach. And you should never have to question it because she's not your wife. And vice versa. Trust me, you'll know if she really likes you and she chooses you and vice versa, you'll know. You'll know. And you won't have to think, is she cheating or and all that kind of stuff. All that comes from feelings and emotions. And titles and attachments. As Eddie said, Joel taking the freedom thing too far. Man. Make it creative. We got another call in. I'm going to take another call. Harmony says, interesting point, Harmony. Harmony says she won't go see Zach unless she sees you with Rachel. Interesting. Is that true, ladies? Will you only see multiple guys at once if you think he's seeing multiple guys at once? Let me know. Ryan out of Florida. Ryan, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Ryan, what's up, Moon? Oh, shoot.
What's going on, man?
I didn't mean to dox you, but what's up, man?
Dude, my first and last name shows up on the comments, so I think everyone knows.
Okay.
So.
Right on. How's it going?
It's going well. I just wanted to call you and give you a little update.
Oh, yeah.
Phone call. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, it was just, I did exactly what you said, and I actually just blocked her, and then I just let it pass, and then it passed away in about 24 to 48 hours.
Yep.
And I just want to make a quick point. I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's really insane starting to realize that not only, because I was on the straight and narrow for the last 6 months, not only will this continue to happen in the future, but it's just inevitable that there's going to be times in my life where I'll be tempted or swayed, and I just have to remember to remain on that straight and narrow path.
Yeah.
And so I think with what happened recently, it just kind of shocked me that it affected me so bad, because I have been so good for months. Like, literally, I think it was 10 months, 11 months since I had broken up with my girlfriend. And it's just been amazing. And so it's just kind of like an insane realization that I'll probably never be able to escape the temptations that will always come along, but to just fight them and to, you know, stay on that straight and narrow.
Yeah, and just to add to it, I think, you know, if you're saying fight them as in just watch them, I agree. That's all we can really do is just watch them, because, you know, of course, ideally we want to be able to not, you know, stand firm at all times and, you know, make rational decisions. But of course, as we're overcoming, sometimes we get caught up a little bit. But like you just said, like you did, you know, you realized it, and it passed after a couple of days. And if we just can remember that and just continue to watch it, then eventually I think that it'll happen less and less to where we do become firm and we're not caught up, because our understanding just grew in what those things kind of mean. So, yeah, I think that that was the best thing, and it was like an opportunity, because we all been there. I've been there recently. You know, it comes, it happens. You get the feelings, and then you say, like, you know, you may say things that you're kind of like, wow, what the? But then you just realize that, you know, you were caught up in the emotion, and then you just keep it moving, learn for the next one.
And no, you're totally right. And I wanted to actually add on to a point you made. And you could tell me if this has happened to you, but listening to Jesse, I've had it where so many times over the years, I've told myself, you know, now you've forgiven your parents, you're doing the silent prayer, everything's going well, and you sort of get it in your head that things will always be going well, which in reality they really are, but things will just come that will remind you of those times where you were beta and you were weak, and they come up. And I always thought that, like, once it was over, well, it technically is over, right? Because once you forgive, that's it. But I guess it's just, I've always thought people maybe who listen to Jesse, including myself, oh, you know, now I've forgiven my parents, now I'm doing the silent prayer every day. That's not going to prevent the world from still being the world.
Right.
So you've always got to be within that conscious mindset, staying present.
Yeah.
And staying aware.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. It's, you know, we've been taught for all these years to believe these thoughts, believe these feelings, believe it, to where now we're just learning how not to believe them and understanding what they are. And it just takes time, in my opinion, for those things to just die away, to where we're able to, you know, constantly be in the present or constantly be more aware. So it's been a process for me, and it seems like the same for you, and all we can do is just keep doing what we see to do.
That's why I like when Jesse says, I'm on my way, or you're on your way.
Exactly. 100%. Well, I appreciate it. Ryan, any last words before I got to end the show here?
No, you're all good. I don't know who Zach was, and I came in at the very end, but Zach, don't be a beta.
Right. Right. Zach was just like an example that we used, that if you were dating a girl and was it okay if she went on a date with Zach even though she was supposed to be dating you? So it was just like an example to be used. But anyway, I appreciate it, Ryan. Call me again, man, and give us an update on the lifestyle. All right, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm actually, real quickly, I'm on my way to Turning Point USA in Michigan, where Trump's going to be speaking this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's going to be a fun time. You'll see it on Instagram. I'll post it.
Right on, Ryan. I'll see. I'll check it out, man. Call me again.
Yep. Talk to you later, buddy. Bye.
All right. Nice. Man, I'm out of time, and today I got to end on time because yesterday I was a couple minutes late. So Rick and the others, I can't get to you right now. I'm back here tomorrow for my last day of the week as far as podcast goes, and we're back on Monday. So catch us tomorrow. Amazing stuff. Amazing calls. Again, Lily, keep holding it down, girl. Keep holding it down. Stay true. And keep your head up because the haters are coming. Oh, the haters are coming. Because the darkness doesn't like the light. Doesn't understand the light. So, right on, Lily. Stay true. Stay strong for the real ones out there. All right, y'all, I gotta go. American Anchor Baby's coming in. You don't want to miss his show. It's always great. As well as the Hake Report and Jesse Lee Peterson. Check out all the shows, JLP Network. Follow us across the board. Follow JLP Network and all that good stuff. We got some interesting stuff still coming. Some surprises you guys don't even know about. We got some stuff cooking. So Joel Friday TV across the board and all that good stuff. Until next time, see you guys later. Bye.